A Jewish woman, during a prison visit, kissed her husband and secretly passed him grenade parts inside her mouth. Beside her, the Jewish father also handed his son the map of the prison. The British soldiers were focused on inspecting the food. After cutting open the sausage, they found nothing unusual. On the way back to the cell, the man intentionally coughed and spat out the parts, then casually threw them to his comrade. The food from the visit was now distributed to everyone. By nightfall, as soon as the patrol warning passed, they quickly took out the bread, carefully peeled it, and retrieved a small bottle of gunpowder from inside. They poured the gunpowder into the grenade. Then all the Jewish prisoners in the cell began to get busy. Everyone had their own task. Once all the grenade fuses were assembled, they hid the bomb inside the hollowed-out bedding. At the slightest disturbance, with just one signal, everyone would immediately lie down and remain still. The next day, the Jewish prisoners outside first handed the bomb to their comrades, then buried it on the British soldiers' main route. At this time, one Jewish prisoner, taking advantage of a bathroom break, threw the timed bomb into the toilet. It was now time for the prisoners to get some air. As the shift change guard entered the bathroom, there was a huge explosion. The Jewish prisoners outside immediately started a riot. They first dealt with the British guards, kicking them down from the fortress. The young men then reached the passage, ignited the explosives, and blew open the large iron door. The reinforcements from the British army, just as they entered, were successfully destroyed by the blast. The Jewish prisoners on the first floor quickly climbed the wall and grabbed the fuses they had hidden earlier. Calmly, they made their way to the planned demolition point, hung the fuses, lit the fuses, and at the same time, their comrades outside ignited theirs. The wall was instantly blown open, and all the Jewish prisoners poured out like a swarm of locusts. They immediately jumped into the vehicles and fled in a hurry. At that moment, the three planners of the escape were listening to the news about the riot on the radio. 251 prisoners had successfully escaped, 15 were dead, and roadblocks were set up around Palestine. Sure enough, they soon encountered a checkpoint, but the clever Jews deliberately slowed down the car, causing the guards to relax their vigilance. Taking advantage of the moment, they stepped on the plow and sped away. The British soldiers reacted quickly, opening fire and chasing them. In the end, a few were injured to varying degrees. Though they escaped the chase, the elderly man succumbed to his injuries and passed away. The British quickly launched a large search of the surrounding hospitals, but they only found a small arms cache and no trace of the escapees, so they took the only doctor from the area with them, preventing him from treating the wounded. However, the injured man, under the care of the nurse, miraculously survived. What was even more shocking was that the night of the escape, the United Nations held a vote on whether Palestine should be partitioned. The result was 33 votes in favor, 13 against, and 10 abstentions. The resolution passed. On May 14th, 1948, Israel was officially born. The day after Israel declared its independence, the Arabs, who had long been settled there, formed a coalition of multiple countries and began attacking Palestine, formally declaring war on Israel. Thus, the First Middle East War began. Israel's territory continued to expand up until today.